What is this?
So I figured I would present myself differently today. I figured I would stop laughing. I can't. See, this is why you're the actor and I'm not.
So with serial writing, okay,
Mm-hmm.
what happens is that you have several different things that have to happen in the writer's aspect of serial writing. The first thing you do is that you have a writer's room.
Okay.
You have a writer's room. You should. And the head writer, what the head writer does is that the head writer creates what's called the serial or the show Bible. And what the show Bible does.
Wait, can we rewind? Is the writer's room different than other looking rooms, or you're just saying
that's just what they call it? So basically, a group of writers are usually involved in some of your favorite shows.
I got you.
Usually, it's not one person.
I got you.
Usually.
Okay.
But what happens is that the head writer or the person or the creator of the show usually gives the writer's room what they call a serial Bible or a show Bible. And what the show Bible does is that it creates the world that you're in. Okay. So what the show Bible does is that it tells you who the characters are, what their character arc is going to be, the plot line that they follow. Basically, it's the main highway map. Right. And then the writers are responsible for creating all of the cities that you travel through in order to get to the end of the series.
All right.
I love the way I explained that. I'm sorry. I was excited. That's what the show Bible does.
Should I give you an applause? Because I just feel like
you should, because I just broke that down. Thank you. So in your show Bible, you tell the writers what people can do in that world. Like if the world allows for people to come back from the dead, that's in your show Bible, right? If the world, like soap operas in their show Bible, people can come back from the dead, right?
Okay.
If a person, if a person is a superhero and they can walk on water or whatever, I guess that would be a different, that's the Bible. Hey, but that's in the show Bible, right?
Okay.
And once the show Bible establishes the rules of that universe, you have to stick with those rules, okay?
All right.
A person like me, I like writing realistic things. So show Bibles for some of the stuff that I am creating or developing, I say in my show Bible, it mirrors the real world, okay? That's what I usually say. Death is death, birth is birth. It mirrors the real world. So imagine my being miffed when the real world starts pulling stunts that don't look like the real world. Okay?
No.
Okay. I'll explain it to you.
All right.
There is a viral clip going on the interwebs, Disney Plus's internet. That's what we call it. There's a viral clip going around on the internet where this young lady, I assume she was upset with her boyfriend. Mm-hmm. She goes to the parking lot where his vehicle is parked. Okay?
Yes.
Okay?
Yeah.
She takes a very large can of what we can assume to be petroleum or gasoline, as it is known in the States.
Okay.
She puts it in the car. She puts it around the car.
Around the car, yeah.
Okay. And then she reaches in the car and she lights it on fire. Okay. Now, she immediately is blown backwards. Okay. And when I first saw the video, I was just like, oh, she's dead. She's dead.
Right.
But then when you keep watching the video, not only does she get up, she takes off running. And I'm just like, this goes against, it might as well have been a Looney Tunes cartoon. How do you recover? It blew up literally in her face. Now, granted, later on, she was found and arrested for arson, and rightfully so.
With no entries at all?
Well, in her mugshot, she still had her eyebrows, which was amazing to me. Like I didn't expect.
Okay, wait. Why specifically the eyebrows though? Like, why did you expect just the eyebrows? Like, you didn't say there was skin. You didn't say that there was like second, third degree burns, evidence of hair scorch. You said just the eyebrows.
I just assumed that when things explode in your face, the eyebrows are the first thing to go. Like,
what sense does that make? What sense does that make? The eyebrows is closest to the skin, so you would think the eyebrows would go before anything else. Okay.
Yes, right. I feel like that when something blows up in your face, the hair is just like, we're out.
The hair, but you didn't say the hair. You said you didn't even say the
eyebrows. Well, because she had a hoodie on, I think, in the clip, right?
So the hoodie stopped right here.
I don't know, but okay, Dr. Gina.
No, look, I don't specialize in arsenic. I don't specialize. I'm a gynecologist.
No, right? No, but she still had her skin, like she wasn't injured. I don't know if she like knew to put something on her face to keep that from it. I don't know. Apparently, I think she's done it before. So there's like a whole thing.
You don't know. So number one, I don't know if we saw exactly what happened because of that camera angle, but I did see her get pushed back. If we talk about the same video, which I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, no, I'm pretty sure it's only one video. She gets blown backwards. And I think if I remember, and I haven't, this is the problem. This is the problem when we have these random conversations, because I don't even be looking stuff up before we get on. But I'm pretty sure she got blown back into the car, into another vehicle.
I thought she got blown into the ground.
She got blown into the ground? Okay. She got blown into the ground.
Either way, what I was going to say is I don't remember her actually being on fire. Like,
she was not on fire.
Okay, so I thought that the explosion itself pushed her back.
Yeah. Okay.
But not necessarily the fire, the explosion itself. I don't even know what exploded, but the explosion itself pushed her back.
Well, the gasoline ignited. So here's the thing. So this is what happens, right? This is what happens when I watch too much Investigation Discovery, okay? Gasoline is an accelerant. Like it's quick,
it is.
Right. That's why a lot of times they actually tell people, like, don't smoke at the gas station, because sometimes the fumes of the gasoline can be ignited. Okay. Right. So the fact that because when you look at the video, like, she drenched that car.
She did, but she didn't drench herself.
She didn't.
And I don't know what kind of coat she had on. I don't know if she had flame retardant, faux hair. I don't know. I don't remember actually seeing her face. Did she have on a mask?
I don't know.
See, we don't know enough information about this lady. Now that being said,
go back though. But she hit the ground. Like, you saw her hit the ground.
Yeah, she hit the ground.
And then she got up and ran away. Like nothing happened. Okay.
Well, that was adrenaline. She probably didn't even feel that. That was straight fight or flight. I got to get out of here. She probably didn't feel any pain. That was straight. That was straight adrenaline. Now she probably felt it the next day.
I want to be able to write real world dramas that are fiction but still mirrors real world. But it doesn't help me when real world people are getting into Looney Tune type situations and surviving. Like, that doesn't help me at all. Like, she's walking around able-bodied. But
yeah, I think if the video showed that she was on fire and walking around burning.
That would be terrible. Like, don't video a person
even though
burning.
Some people do it all the time. Then you saw the mugshot and her eyebrows were gone. But I mean, think about it. People have said on, like, Michael Jackson. You remember that Pepsi commercial?
That's right. Yes, but he actually caught on fire.
He did catch on fire, so we can't use him as an example.
And then, according to Jackson 5, The American Dream, that 5-night miniseries.
What was going on with the marquee?
Because you have to.
Yeah. Okay.
Jackson 5, The American Dream. Everybody knows that miniseries, the best miniseries of all time.
It was
Like
good.
there's Roots, and then there's the Michael Jackson.
It was good. It was good.
Like the vibe. But when he finally realized what was going, he like rolled. He got injured. He like rolled down the stairs. He was really hurt. I'm always amazed at people that like don't realize that they're hurt.
But that's just basic physiology, though. I want to say of just, you know, the fight or flight system kicking in. I mean, everything goes to the major organs. So everybody knows the fight or flight. If you're surprised, shocked, somebody comes around. If right now my door opens and there's somebody with an axe, first of all, I need for you to call the police. But, you know, immediately my body's going to be like, I have to get away from this axe and this person.
Okay, I know you, and you would not flee. I would be worried about the person with the axe. Don't get into it.
Oh, you saying I'm gonna fight?
I would be worried about the guy that decided to come in with the axe. I know my sister.
I'm not trying to show that person on the interweb.
I grew up with you. I know which version of you would show up in that moment.
Look, I might throw a water bottle and then run.
like you've got hands. You would throw hands.
So, but either way, either fighting or flighting, fighting or running, you know, their hormones. I know, right? Their hormones are like it's going to kick in. So
yeah,
all the blood, everything that I need is going to hit all the major organs. I can breathe better. My heart can beat faster. The muscles that I need to run, the blood flow is going to go there.
Yeah,
I'm not going to feel pain. Like none of that. All that's just going to, because I got to get to where I need to get. And, you know, that happens to people when they're in car accidents. I mean, it happened to me when I was in a car accident. I didn't feel anything for several hours. Then I took a nap.
No, back up. No, you back up and you tell that whole story.
So actually my best friend he actually came and picked me up at the accident. And I said, because my car was totaled. I hit like a concrete median in the middle of an interstate. And I was like, well, just take me to the hospital. And he was just like, okay. Yeah. I get to the hospital and immediately he's just like, why don't we go to your supervisor and talk to them? Because he recognized that I wasn't okay. I felt nothing. I get there. My supervisor's just like, why don't you go to the ED? Get there, blood pressure sky high, you know, and everybody's just like,
oh my God,
you're limping. And I'm like, I'm not limping. I'm walking fine. They're like, well, we're going to give you something for pain. I'm like, I'm not in pain. I don't need anything. I just need to go back to work. They convinced me to go home. I went to sleep. 3 hours later, I had to roll out of the bed onto the floor and I had to army crawl. Everything in my body hurt for like 2 days.
Ooh.
It was, oh my goodness. But it was that adrenaline. So the same thing that happened to that little baby, that little young lady who was doing wrong.
Madam Firebomb.
she may have felt Madam Firebomb. She may have felt some pain, but you know, immediately she knew she was wrong and she needed to get away from that situation.
She needed to get away before the cops apparently came, but she was caught.
She was caught.
She was charged, rightfully so. Was charged.
I mean, yeah. You know, I don't know what he did.
She knew what she did. So she makes sense. That fight or flight thing makes sense with her because
I didn't really see anything.
Yeah, but that makes sense. She hit the ground.
I could see how it happens. Yeah.
Right. The fight or flight thing happened with you because you were on adrenaline. You're like, I got to go to work, and then a couple of hours later, right, you're just like, oh, okay, I'm not okay.
Right.
Okay. I have one that's gonna completely obliterate your theory about that.
All right.
It's a family member. We about to tell business.
This isn't no. Okay.
Our dad. Man, you sat up like I was about to serve some good tea, but you know the story. Our father went to a church picnic. A water gun fight started and he was trying to get away from the water and he was running, right? Because of
I've
course.
never heard this before.
Right, no. He was running, and because the grass was wet, he slipped. And he caught himself on one arm. It was actually one of the most amazing moves I had seen ever. Okay? Caught himself on one arm, goes home, and he's just like, oh, wow, I feel that. I'm a little sore, right?
Okay.
Like a couple of weeks later, we go through, for those people that don't know, our dad directs a choir. He has been directing currently for like 45 years, but then it's still like maybe 30 some odd years. Directs a choir, and he's one of those good old fashioned church, like he used his whole body to direct the choir, right? Directs the choir at home. We go on a choir trip to Brooklyn, I think, from Alabama. He directs.
I know this story.
Yeah, he directs the whole concert there. I think it was like 16. The whole concert, the whole church service there. On the way back home on the bus, he was complaining about how sore his wrist was. Mind you, if Daddy watches this episode, which he probably will because he loves us, he'll probably be like, "That's not what happened," but this is what happened.
He's not here to defend himself.
Right? He's not. We get back to Alabama, and finally, after so long, and this is when our mom was alive, she was just like, I think you really need to go to the doctor and get that checked out. Mm-hmm. He goes to the doctor, gets it checked out, and he had fractured his whole wrist. He had been on that thing for weeks.
That's not adrenaline.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. Like, it's not adrenaline. Like, I need that to be
that's just
a
genetic high pain tolerance. Because he probably didn't take nothing for it.
He was taking like ibuprofen, but that was it. Like, he was taking like Tylenol or ibuprofen at the time, and that was it. And I remember because every once in a while it would swell up, and he would put like ice on it or whatever. But he was a teacher, so during the week. No, it was summer. So he wasn't teaching. But he was like cutting the grass. Like like nothing was happening. And we found out he had fractured his wrist. He had fractured it.
But wait, now let's talk about this though, because there's a difference between, people think of fracture. I think people don't always recognize that a fracture can be the bones are still look like they're in place, but there's just like a small crack. So it's like if you're walking down the street and you see a crack in the concrete,
in the sidewalk, okay,
as opposed to after an earthquake where one part of the sidewalk is here and one part, that's a completely. So
I'm realizing now this has the least to do about what writing and more to do about why our family is, because we have stories.
But this still fits though, because this is an example of real life that you could actually write in your play. Like you could write some sort of story about someone running to, I don't know, a performance, and there's some sort of antagonist that's chasing her with an axe, and she like falls down a cliff and does some other stuff. And right when she's about to go on stage and her understudy thinks that they have to go on, she runs onto the stage and she's able to do a full performance. And that would work because that can happen in real life. Now, that being said, I don't know if you could sell that story, because now that I say it out loud, it's trash.
What's sad is that's probably closer to what people do. I think people like you. When is it okay for you to acknowledge the fact that like you're sick or you're pushing past your limit of? Because like we're talking about actual incidences where just in our family we were physically hurt. Like we had injuries, and somehow in our brain we're just like, no, but I gotta keep going. Like that's kind of, I used to, and it's so funny because we kind of touched on this in that insomnia episode.
We did, yeah.
But I didn't realize exactly how bad it is. It's not just like performers, but like people in general. Because like, be honest, that accident thing happened to you. You were in residency.
I was. Yeah.
So you have, probably like regular doctor, you would have been like, I'm going home, y'all.
No.
Really?
Regular doctor did dumb stuff like that too.
But isn't it interesting that your body did not like something that is so remarkably dysfunctional?
Thank you. Thank you. I actually thought you were going to say that's so remarkable. There's so much
that's
pathology.
dysfunctional because like something in your brain is just like, no, but we have to. And so the body's like, oh, okay, well, if we have to.
So to answer your question, when is it okay to say, I'm not well and I need to stop?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, at some point you have to make a decision, or people have to make a decision of what's more important. Mm-hmm. And I don't know if I can answer that question because I don't know. Go ahead.
No, I'm curious as to, have you ever come to that as a with wisdom? Because that's wisdom. Let's be honest. That's wisdom.
I did.
Says, I'm not about to do this. I'm not about to put myself at risk for this.
I did, but it was a gradual change. It wasn't like I was in the moment and the adrenaline was kicking in. It was after our loss that we had.
Yeah.
And I realized how life was so short. And I was just like, why am I grinding like this?
Word.
And not really enjoy the people that are around me, the time that's around me,
that's that word that we love, that people use, on the grind.
Yeah. Hashtag grinding.
Hashtag grinding. And you're going to grind yourself right into the grave. Because seriously, oh my goodness, all these epiphanies happening, because I look at situations where you can look at a person and be like, no, you need to go home, or no, you're not right for this.
You meaning anybody
here?
Anybody? Yeah.
And it's almost like you have to reprogram yourself to be like, beyond, because we're beyond the adrenaline piece. Like, if you're directing with a fraction risk for 6 weeks, that's beyond adrenaline. That's beyond adrenaline. Like, that's not. There's nothing. If you're trying to do surgery.
Now that being said, there are people that, if they're in this level of chronic stress, that level of heightened fight or flight, can have persistent adrenaline, which in the end it's going to have even worse adverse effects on the person beyond just trying to operate on a broke hand.
So you're saying that added stress is a broke hand. A broke hand.
A broke hand. Not broken.
No, not broken. A broke hand. Because it's
grammatically incorrect. Yes.
Right. No, I mean, because that makes sense, because the higher stress level you have, the more you're probably ignoring all your symptoms, all your everything. Your broke hand, your heart.
Well, your body starts operating at a just a different level, a different function. You start operating and functioning at that level of dysfunction, and it's the norm for your body. Almost to the point that if you go down to a normal, you're just like, case in point, there are people that have been diagnosed with high blood pressure. They've had high blood pressure for so long. If you give them medicine for it and it pulls them down to normal, they feel sick because they're so used to operating on that level. So then they tend to be non-compliant. Like that can happen. So, that can happen to people who are just in that chronic state of too much.
So then when you try to relax after you've been stressed for like 9 straight months, and then all of a sudden you're just like, I'm gonna relax today. Then you feel lazy. Oh, wait.
Well, beyond lazy. What was the shimmy?
That's my preaching to the choir. So,
what is the shimmy? Yeah, adrenaline fatigue.
There's a lot happening in America right now.
A lot.
And so there have been some kind of these epiphanies that have been happening in these off times, whereas a lot of actors now are starting to realize the dysfunction of our schedules when it comes to doing these shows. And realizing, I am, like we touched on last episode, I am getting the sleep I need, or, my hair grows back because we're not putting curling irons in it every night or sometimes twice, literally a day, in order to accommodate those 2 shows, or, my vocal cords don't hurt at the end of the night. Oh, that vocal health. Because we both, listen, talk about tea. we probably need to drink it and then drink that, serve that water.
Wait, this is more. Look, this is more believable if I do it like this, right? Well, I guess I can't be talking at the same time. I can't be talking and drinking at the same time.
But yeah, but that is what has been discovered, and a lot of people, they talk about the whole, it's for when you're working from home and you realize, oh my goodness, it's at 5 o'clock. I'm going to go downstairs instead of having to be at work till 10 o'clock at night, or oh my goodness, I can do this, that, and the other in a certain amount of time. It's really interesting to see how when you're forced to stop.
When you're forced to stop. But how did we get here?
I don't know. We were talking about the chick that blew up her boyfriend's car and adrenaline, and then somehow ended up with the pathology of continuing to keep going, because this ain't got nothing to do with that hammer blow. I mean, she blew that car up.
I just want to know. I just want to know.
What did he do?
How do we know it's a he?
Well, we don't. We don't know. Everybody assumed that it was a dude that did
what
did
they do? We can use the correct pronoun. What did they do?
What did they do?
To get their car blown up.
What brings you to the point, sis? Where you just like, you know what? I'm gonna go fill, because this is what we need to understand. I'm gonna go fill this canister up with gasoline.
Drive or walk. How did she get there? Did she walk?
I don't know. That's the part of the video.
I need more information.
She poured, very, very, very good technique, I might add, because she didn't catch on fire. Hey, you got to give credit where credit is due. You got to give it where it's due. And then she said it, and I'm just like, what did they do? What did they do? What did they do to make you be like, you know what? There is no other choice than to set this car on fire.
I think she was watching too much Waiting for Exhale. See, that's what happens. Folks go into quarantine and they start looking at old movies. And she was just funny. What I'm gonna do? I'm gonna put all of they clothes.
Yes, clothes. And get out. Yes. And with that monologue. Here's the thing about that, though. If you really watch Wait and Exhale, she used lighter fluid and not gasoline. So that's where you made the first mistake.
Okay.
and then she threw it.
She did throw it.
Standing away. She did not reach into the vehicle and light it. Like that you can't.
I'm mad that you are critiquing.
I'm just saying, if you're gonna waiting to exhale your husband,
do it right,
or your boo's car or your bae's car, you gotta at least study the movie long enough to know that you don't reach into the car to set it on fire. You use lighter fluid and you gotta throw it. Not that we're encouraging. Scrubs and stage lights is not encouraging you to blow up your car. Talk. Have a conversation, sis.
Take a break. Send them a text. Send them a text.
Send them a text. You can even maybe use some choice words, but you won't be in prison for arson, is what we're saying.
Or have your eyebrows on.
She had her eyebrows.
I can't with you in these eyebrows. I really can't with you in these eyebrows.
I'm just saying is that the technique was there. She just used the wrong accelerant is all I'm saying.
Yeah.
That's it. That's all I'm saying. So morals, because we try to have them in episodes, is that use lighter fluid.
No, that is not the moral. The moral is take a break from the argument.
Wait, right? Take a break from the argument.
Go walk.
Take a break from your work. Right? Take a break.
No. Yeah, there's another. If you see it's the wrong relationship, just get out.
Walk away. That's what we need. That's the takeaway.
That's the takeaway.
Walk away from the relationship, Madam Fire Starter. Walk away. Because it's so unhealthy. And you may come up missing your eyebrows is what I'm saying.
You and these eyebrows. Let me tell you something. This episode made no sense. Like
you say ever though? Like none of We don't make any sense. Like,
Yeah.
y'all.
Yeah. No, this just, you can't even put this on YouTube, Danita. This is just, we can't.
No, I'm gonna put it. It's gonna be there, and y'all are gonna comment in the comment section. Comment in the comment section. Tell us what you think. You know, firebombing, adrenaline, fight or flight, and the dysfunction of continuing to go even though you know you're hurt. That all kind of, we could do an episode on that, honey, because she clearly was continuing in that relationship even though she was hurt.
How about that?
Yeah, brought that around.
How about that?
Brought it around. Don't continue on in a relationship if you're hurt. We are going to do another episode.
That is the moral of the story.
Or yo, boo, don't set fire physically or, proverbially. I don't think I said that word right. Whatever.
Yeah, you can edit
don't literally, or, don't literally set fire to your relationship or otherwise. Metaphorically set fire to yourself. We're going to make it make sense.
We can't, so stop trying. We cannot.
Oh, I love it. If you have a comment or a question for us, leave it in the comment section below. Remember to like or subscribe. Don't text us how funny the episodes are. Like, put it in the comment section. Hit the bell icon if you want to be reminded of when these episodes go up. It's every Tuesday around lunchtime. Y'all come chill out and have lunch with us.
Yeah.
And that's it. That's Scrubs and Stage Light. How we going? You about to say bye? What you about to do?
It's my bye.
Get that water.
You got to get the water.
Gotta get that water. Y'all go get your water. Scrubs and Stage Light. Bye, girl.
Bye, girl.
Glitter is like the herpes of decoration. Like, it's fun while you're doing it, but there's like a lifetime of consequences. Yes, glitter.